Hey everyone out there in the
Oh fuck.
ether. This is Thrifting 101 with your hosts, myself, Cole.
And George.
That's George there. We're gonna be talking
Yeah.
about video games, video game news, thrifting, and all the stuff under the
Anything.
sun. Yeah, anything.
Yeah. So I guess since this is the first one, we should talk about how the podcast is gonna go. So this podcast is pretty much gonna be segmented.
Yes.
So that weird, but yeah, it's pretty much gonna be segmented. We're gonna talk about a bunch of topics. We might go off the trail at times, but it's pretty much gonna be focus on topics, and that might change, but for now it should work.
That's right. That's right. And George, we can't forget our special sponsor.
Oh yeah, right. So if you guys
It's
want,
it's Loot Get, everyone's favorite box of joy. Loot
yep,
Get.
Luke Get. You can go to. Actually, I'm gonna check if that's actually a real
You
thing.
can probably check if that's a real thing. LootGet.com.
Let me put the keyboard away. No, that is not. That is not a
Yeah,
real.
so you can go to lootget.com and
Yeah.
enter code I'm stupid, and you get at least 0.5% off your order. So go
Yeah.
to lootget.com.
LukeGet.com. Yeah.
Lootget.com.
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good stuff
Thanks,
on there.
thanks for
Good crate.
sponsoring this.
Yeah,
Thank
but
you. Yeah.
in all honesty, if you guys want to keep up with anything about this podcast, like updates or schedules, because I don't think we're gonna stick with the same schedule forever. We're planning on every Wednesday, I believe.
Yeah.
But we might change that. We might add days. But anyways, if you want to go ahead and keep up to date, follow our Twitter at Thrift Podcast. So yeah, let's go ahead and
This is
get
correct.
started.
All right, what do we got lined up
Whoa!
first,
All
here,
right.
George?
So
What do we
the
got lined up
first topic we have is fake NES minis
That's right.
spotted for sale on the web.
This is
Now,
right.
this is really interesting, honestly, because of how high demand it is, and
Yeah.
everybody still wants one. Obviously, everybody isn't happy. I don't think everybody who wanted it got one. Obviously,
Yeah, I can say for certain, George, that I did not want one.
well, I did actually. I waited on Amazon for a while,
Well,
and
I guess
right
fuck
when
you,
orders went
huh?
up, I couldn't
That's
get
just
one. Yeah,
you're donezo.
yeah. So
But this
I didn't get one.
we got an article here from
Yeah, there's an
Nintendo
article
Life.
written about it. And before we start with that,
Yeah.
I've got to say I have seen these online. Now, I use these like garage sale type apps where you can find like video games, for example, anything, honestly. And I collect, so I see a lot of these fake NESs online. I didn't know that they were fake, but after reading this article, it does ring a bell. I have seen these different alternative box covers,
Yeah.
so it's definitely true. But yeah, it's
I've seen a
very
few of
scary.
them as well. But I can't really spot whether or not they're different boxes because I'm not too into.
Yeah, it's really
these
close to
things.
the original. It's really close. It's
Okay,
scary. Like the whole design scheme is pretty much the same. There's like little things, but yeah, they say on this website a new batch seemed to have appeared on AliExpress, which is a really well-known site for bootleg items,
Yeah, new boot.
as well as really cheap stuff.
Yeah.
But NeoGAF users have spotted some strange design quirks with the supposed new shipment, which is true. I'll have the picture up on right now for the people watching on YouTube. But in the lower right-hand corner, there's the 30 games pre-installed little bubble, excuse me. And it's not the same as the original, which is really interesting. But the whole design scheme is the same, which could, trip up people who don't know anything about.
Yeah, like
The box.
I could have bought one and not known, but I wouldn't buy
Yeah,
one. Because
I was
don't
actually
want one.
looking at. Yeah, I was looking at ones on those sites,
Yeah.
and they were going for around like $100, I believe, maybe a little bit more or less.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was really interested in buying one too, and I'm glad I didn't. That would have been really bad. But as it seems, I think it's pretty much the same thing, but it's just a bootleg.
Yeah.
Which I mean, it could be bad for collectors, obviously,
well, all that the NES Mini is really it's a it's just a
It's like a
a
Raspberry
Raspberry
Pi.
Pi
Yeah.
with a preloaded backdrop and a preloaded emulator for specifically NES games.
Yep.
It's just a bit like you can go like I'm on uh, AliExpress.com, and here it says right here's a mini TV game console, video game console player with 500 built-in games for NES 8-bit console games plus gamepad, D-pad, gamepad
Whoa.
support, and that's $29.99 free shipping.
Wow.
So
That's insane.
it looks like an NES Mini. It's just a Chinese NES Mini with
Wow.
500 games.
That's insane.
And you
Well,
can tell it's
it's
Chinese because it's written in Chinese.
well, it says on this article that they're showing up on eBay as well for around 150 euro, which is insane. Isn't that like 3 times the price? Wasn't it $50 for the original? I'm not sure.
I think it was like 60 or 70. I could be wrong. Let me just check.
I don't know, somewhere around there though. But it definitely wasn't 150 euros, which is probably around like 100.
Yeah, it retailed for about $60 in the United States.
Okay.
150 euro. That's like almost $200.
Yeah, so that's a pretty high price, for again some bootleg items, which should have been the other way around, honestly. But yeah, really scary stuff. Be sure to be on the lookout for these kind of
how
items.
scary this is, but yeah, I wouldn't pay.
Well,
Just
scary
don't pay,
for
just
collectors.
don't pay exorbitant amounts for these things.
Oh yeah.
Nintendo,
Oh, yeah.
they're coming out with their SNES Mini.
Right.
It's gonna be really cool. It's got Star Fox 2 on it, very unreleased game. It's gonna be a lot of fun,
Which
and
is
I intend to buy one.
which is the next topic, the SNES
Yes,
Classic.
the SNES Classic.
So smooth transition. But yeah, so as many of you already know, honestly, if you guys are into, gaming in general, you already know about the SNES Classic. It's been around for a little bit, so this isn't really something new.
It's a great call.
But yeah, it's only gonna be around.
I gotta stop you right now. The main thing that people should be freaking the fuck out about is that this game, it has Earthbound on it. Now, I don't need to
Right.
stress-
I haven't played that.
Don't need to stress that Earthbound is like a $300 game.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen a copy of Earthbound in my lifetime, and it was $300.
Wow.
And it's got Super Mario RPG, it's got Secret of Mana, Final Fantasy 3, some of the greatest games ever made.
Yep.
They're going to be on here. It's coming out September 29th,
Mhm.
right around the corner. And I will 100% buy one if I can because it's
Oh
just
yeah.
loaded with amazing Mega Man X,
Oh, yeah.
Super Metroid, Super Mario, World, Link to the Past, F-Zero. I've all games I've played and I'd love to play again.
Hell yeah.
It's even got
Yeah.
Super Ghouls and Goblins.
Yep. It's got everything, honestly. It has everything for everybody, and not to mention the Star Fox 2, which has never
Star
been
Fox 2.
released except for, emulators and
Never
such, which is
released,
it's insane. So, definitely a good, selection of titles here.
It
Definitely gonna
is-
try to cop one of these.
It is at $80, which
Yeah.
it's probably fine, as long as the controllers themselves are not mini. I think.
Oh no, I've heard they're long. Like they're
they look
really
I
long.
was looking at pictures earlier. They seem to be normal sized
Right.
controllers.
Yep.
Which I have my SNES right over here. I don't use it too often.
Yep.
Because getting the classic games are a bit of a bitch because they cost so much money.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part. It's just everybody wants the SNES games and NES games, and just racks up the
Yeah.
amount that they're worth.
Like I bought Secret of Mana back in the day, maybe like $20. It's like $55-$60 now. It's insane.
Wow. Yeah, but really, I gotta say I'm more interested in this than the NES Classic.
100%. People don't like to admit it, but the NES, it's got a lot of games are difficult. Games are not very good on the NES.
Yeah,
Sure, there's
right.
a lot of nostalgia, a lot of classic, a lot of retro factor. But
Yeah. Definitely.
the fact of the matter is, it's not too much fun to play over and over again. These
No.
games, hundreds of hours.
Definitely,
hundreds of
yeah.
hours.
A lot of replay
Earthbound.
value.
Earthbound, if you haven't played it, I have personally played a good chunk of it. Amazing game, really amazing. The humor comes out of the fact that it's like not too well translated.
Right. That's yeah.
but
That's
it's
the funny
really good
funny
game.
part.
Kind of it's a semi-difficult RPG, but really good JRPG. Secret of Mana, classic game. Hard as well, very hard game. Not a
I'm
turn-based RPG, which I was a fan of.
I have to say, even if Star Fox 2 wasn't on here,
Yeah.
I would still
Oh,
like try to
100%.
grab this. This is like a really good selection of games, and it's good because,
21 games.
well, they offer so many. If you start from the NES Classic, they offer so many video options, and you get to use HDMI for modern, LCD TVs and
And
what
I
have it.
completely forgot, but I believe that the console itself is compatible with classic controllers. You can use your old controllers on this thing.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
I,
Wow,
I,
that's crazy.
I'm pretty sure they said that. Yeah, here it is. The Super NES Classic Edition is compatible with the Classic Controller and the new Classic Controller Pro accessories.
Oh, Jesus, that's cool.
There you go, man.
That's awesome. Um, but the games I'm excited for, uh, are probably Mega Man X, Punch Out. I haven't played Kirby's Dream
Super Punch Out's
Course.
great. Kirby's Dream Course, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Definitely Star Fox 2, obviously. Um, Not so much Star Fox 1. I think I'm good with the amount of
Well,
times
here's
I
the deal
played
with
that.
Kirby's Dream Course. Kirby's Dream Course I have also. It's a golf game.
Okay.
It's
I think
very
I've
much
seen it a little bit on.
top-down golf game. I think, yeah, it's a golf game. It's
Okay.
pretty good. It's pretty good to play with friends. A great party game for friends. Kirby Superstar's on here. Kirby Superstar,
Yep.
amazing game. It's got
Definitely excited for
good
Earthbound.
games.
Sorry.
Oh,
Um,
Earthbound.
I haven't
Don't
played
get
that,
me
so
started.
yeah. I haven't ever played that. I actually heard good things about Contra. I've never played it.
Yeah, this is Contra 3.
3.
Yeah.
And Super
Yeah.
Mario RPG I'm actually currently in the process of playing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but still overall like amazing collection.
Amazing collection.
Uh
Absolutely
yeah.
top one up.
Also Super Metroid, never played
Mm.
that, or F-Zero.
Yeah, both good
Uh
games. I had those on the Super Nintendo a little while back. Great games. But
Definitely.
that's we've talked a good length about this. Go out and buy
Yeah.
support Nintendo. Hopefully they won't run out of them. They've said they're gonna try to produce more
Yeah.
of them.
Ho-
So that's
hopefully.
good. Speaking of classic games, George,
Oh, right.
it's time
Okay,
for
so
our newest segment. I want you to add like an echo effect over this.
oh, an echo?
Yeah, an echo effect. This week in thrifting, which is our little pickups segment of the week. We'd
Yeah.
like to talk about what we personally picked up, and you can play along with us by shouting at your computer screen about what you got this week. So
Right.
George,
Or tweet us
or tweet us
at Thrift Podcast.
like, yeah, we want to see your sweet deals, and we want to get
Yep.
hard from your sweet. So George, tell us what you got this week
All right. Well,
in thrifting.
very very interesting week, honestly.
Mhm.
So I have been using these apps. They're obviously not sponsoring this podcast because why would they? But I'm just gonna throw it out there if you guys want to use it. I do use LetGo and OfferUp, two great apps if you're looking
Yeah.
to, spot
Yeah.
some quick sales and quick cheap sales online.
pretty okay deals on there sometimes.
Yeah,
Like,
sometimes.
and
It's-
these are people. These are people selling
Yeah.
to other people. These are just your everyday average Joes, just like
In
you
your
and I,
area.
In your area.
So really interesting app. But from OfferUp, I believe I got an Atari 2600 working. It's in really good condition. I had to open it and clean it, obviously, and it's pretty old. I'm not going to say every game that I got, but I got 46 games in total. Most of them are for the Atari 2600. Some of them are for the Atari 5400. And I got some, I think, in television games. There's like 3 in television games in there. So a pretty good bunch, honestly. I got it for, I think I got it for 50. I think it was around 50. I don't remember. I had 2 pickups this week, and I think they were both 50, yeah. But yeah, really good pickup, honestly. And then I also got an, sorry, I'm looking back there. I don't know if the mic's picking that up. But I did get an Atari Sega Master System.
Yeah.
That came with, I don't know how many games I got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I came with 5 games. The only one that doesn't have the manual or complete unbox rather is the Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
But honestly, pretty good pickup. I got a bunch of controllers with it. Um, so yeah,
Some pretty solid pickups right there, George. Those are some pretty solid
yeah,
pickups.
pretty good
All
pickups.
right. Well, let's see what I got. Well,
Also, let me
yeah.
add a little bit.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sorry, really quick thing. But with the Atari 2600, I also got two joystick stands in the box, like complete. They're not sealed, but they're with the box complete. And I got a standard joystick controller box, not complete. Sorry, just wanted to throw that in there because you don't see those too often online. So, yeah. Anyways, sorry.
No, no, no.
Go ahead with
Well,
your
that's what
pickup.
the segment is for, to talk about
Yeah.
what we picked up. Let's see here. Oh, at the beginning of the week, I would say like probably. No, never mind. That was longer ago than I thought. So I also sometimes use OfferUp, sometimes use Let Go. I'm not really a big user. George, he finds the deals and such.
Right. Yeah, I'm on there all day.
But specifically this week, I got a good deal on the Let Go. I was scrolling through and I noticed that there was someone selling a 3DS XL along with two games, which was let's see, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity and what is this? Triforce Heroes, in its case, in its box and all that jazz. The only thing was that the 3DS XL was missing a joystick, and that's easily
Right.
replaceable. You can easily replace those.
Mhm.
So I ordered a new one, to be replaced. I'm sorry, they, don't want to reveal anything about these people. That'd be a breach of privacy. But they were selling this 3DS XL as well as the games for a whopping $35.
Oh,
Cheapest thing known to mankind.
Jesus. I saw one actually sell for 125 this
Yeah,
morning. I was browsing the app, so
absolutely.
interesting.
Great deal. The games themselves are worth that much. I already had Triforce Heroes, but I'll sell that to a friend. I think he's been wanting that lately. Uh, but the console itself, once I put a joystick back on, I'll probably resell that because I personally already have a 3DS XL. I have the special Persona edition. I'm a big Persona fan. And
Damn.
as for Gates to Infinity, um, I'll play Gates to Infinity. It seems like a very good game. I've heard good things. I don't believe there was much else in the way of pickups this week. I did get a new turntable, new record player, but that's not really gaming related. That was just
Well, you could throw that in.
it's an expensive ass purchase. It's a
Oh yeah.
Audio Technica LP120.
Not to brag.
Not to brag. No, it retails usually for 300
Woo.
schmeckles, but with all my Barnes and Noble coupons, I was able to get this baby for $230.
Damn.
Much cheaper than 300. I've been looking for a new one. I had an Audio Technica LP60 for about a year and a half, so I was looking to upgrade to this bad boy.
And does it sound crisp? I mean, does it?
I mean, they sound. I need to replace the needle with something better, but sounds fine. Sounds good. I gotta adjust the weight a little bit
Yeah.
because I think I calibrated it a bit incorrectly. But
Was it worth
it's
it?
absolutely. I think it's absolutely worth it. Like, this is something
Sweet.
that I can have at school. Listen to my record. I can go on and on. I'm a big vinyl enthusiast.
Yeah. Really,
But,
really interesting stuff.
really interesting stuff. That's really it though. Not much in the
Yeah.
in the way of. I didn't go to any thrift stores this week. I usually try to go once a week. Didn't have the chance to. That's
Yep.
okay. That's okay. We're thinking about you and I thinking about going to that flea market.
Right.
Next week maybe. Next weekend.
Yep.
We'll have to
If
see.
things go well, but yeah, definitely interesting stuff for this week's pickups
This week's pickups.
with crazy reverb. All right, so going right into our next topic here.
Yeah.
I also will provide links as well as pictures on screen for anybody in the podcast listening right now, for
Well, I
a
mean,
little bit of a better viewing
You can
pleasure.
only put pictures on screen if this is the YouTube version of it. You can't do that on.
Yeah,
So
right.
For the iTunes listeners, tough shit,
Right.
basically.
Yeah, this is for people on the go.
Yes.
But also, let me just throw in real quick. We're planning on doing a video version on YouTube instead of this blank screen that you're looking at,
Well, maybe the
which
no,
might be
maybe
coming soon.
yeah.
We're not sure. We're trying to work out some things.
Right.
Um, but yeah, look forward to that. Besides that, let's go ahead and get into the next topic.
Yeah. So,
Um,
I'm particularly interested in this because Super Mario Maker. I was very interested in Super Mario Maker.
yep,
Couldn't tell
good
you
game.
why. I was just interested in it.
Well, it's really
And
cool. You can just,
oh yeah,
you
you
can
can make your own
feel like you're
levels.
a
Yeah.
part of the game,
And
like
Super
you're
Mario
making.
World is my favorite Mario game, so
Yeah,
I've
definitely.
included that. This has nothing to do with Mario, but it is a maker. This is Mega Man Maker, or just Mega Maker for short. And George, tell us about this a little bit. Tell us about the Mega Maker.
Well, Mega Maker, Mega Man Maker, whatever you want to call it, is a fan made game, and this is, I don't know if this is, well, this is pretty recent news. This is from last Sunday, but it's releasing. I don't know if it released yet because in this article it says next week, so I don't know if it's released yet, but it's pretty much like using the same concept of Super Mario Maker,
Mhm.
and it allows you to pretty much do anything you want in a Mega Man game. Um, from the video that they provide, it does seem to show that they added two new move sets to Mega
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
They added the shine from Fox or Falco from Melee or Super Smash Brothers Melee. If you guys know that, and they also added Meta Knight's tornado attack in Super Smash Brothers from Super Smash Brothers Brawl,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's in. No, they don't have Meta Knight in Melee.
Yeah, I'm watching
So
the
from
video
Brawl.
right now, and I've never been a huge Mega Man fan for multiple reasons because it's a very difficult game series, and I never really got into the whole series as a whole. But watching the video, it really seems like they've cleaned up and fixed many problems that the old Mega Man games had.
Mm-hmm.
And with these
Definitely.
new abilities and crisp gameplay, it
Oh
seems
yeah,
like
it looks
it's
really appealing.
really appealing now the way they're making it. And George, is this a first party or is this a fan made?
This is a fan made.
This is indeed a fan made, so you won't be getting this on your Nintendo Switch or anything like that.
Oh, I don't think so.
But
I don't know unless Capcom is.
it came out today, actually.
Oh shoot, nice. I might have to
Yeah,
check that out.
yeah. No, it said at the end of the video, coming out July 15th, and that's today.
Oh shoot, nice. Okay, awesome. I'll have to look into that. Um, but yeah, really interesting stuff. Honestly, like if you guys are a fan of Mega Man, and I think is this only playable on PC?
It seems so.
Yeah. So if you if you're into playing Mega Man type games on the PC, go ahead.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, is it free?
It is 100% free. I don't think they
Sweet.
can legally.
Right.
Uh,
Sell.
Another thing, I'm amazed that Nintendo hasn't kind of come in and shot this down. I guess Mega
Or
Man's not
Capcom.
really
Capcom.
but it was on all the Nintendo properties. But it is Capcom.
Well, they were
And
licensed by them.
Capcom tends to be pretty good about these things,
Yeah.
fan-made stuff. Because Mega Man, with the
Nintendo, not so
recent
much.
failure of not Big Hero 6. Fuck, what's it called? Mighty Number 9.
Oh right. Well, that wasn't by Capcom.
Right, it was by the guy. I don't know. Everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's by the guy who made Mega Man." No,
It's
it's by the guy who
and the
designed
team,
Mega
but
Man.
yeah,
People make a bunch of big idiots over here.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
this seems like a breath of fresh air for the Mega Man series.
right. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I would love to see, like in a perfect world, like Capcom pick this small indie team up or
Right. Yeah.
individual and bring them in and make some money off this game. Probably will remove those new move sets
Yeah.
that have to do with Super Smash Brothers for legal reasons. But
Right.
yeah, interesting stuff though. Honestly, shout outs to the development team or person. Really good stuff,
Yeah.
and
Really impressive.
yeah, really impressive. Looks really
Yeah.
interesting.
Capcom, good company. They always make good games. They have my favorite game series, Capcom, Ace Attorney.
I've never played Ace Attorney
Oh,
nor Mega Man,
Phoenix Wright,
honestly.
Ace Attorney, really, really my favorite games out there. Really good stuff. So,
I wanted to get into Mega Man, but it's like
yeah, I could
it's
understand
really
that.
expensive to buy.
Yeah, the original NES copies are, not cheap, but to be
Yeah,
fair,
my
I know
cousin has.
they have the 3DS collection. They
Yeah,
them
I
all on
have that sealed with the
3DS.
gold Mega Man.
Yeah, fuck you. I
Yeah.
really want that.
Yeah, I collect amiibos also. If you guys
He's got
want to know.
mostly all the amiibos.
Yep, all brand new. I don't open them, and I buy protection boxes to put on them. I don't resell them. I don't. I'm not one of those people, but I do buy them.
Anyway, looks really impressive.
Oh yeah.
So, in case you didn't catch it at the beginning of the podcast, our Twitter is at Thrifting101.
Yep. If you want to send in questions for us to answer,
Questions, comments, concerns, recommendations,
we might even throw in
life stories, all of that.
yeah, we might even throw in some Q&A questions, and we might make a whole podcast dedicated to that. We also might sacrifice a segment on the podcast
We might
for
sacrifice a child to
yeah.
Miyamoto, so you get a new Mario RPG game.
We might sacrifice a segment to the podcast to show off some of your finds.
Yeah.
That might, be a new part of the
We would love to
podcast.
see what you guys found.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's really interesting, honestly. Just get to see what you guys found.
But speaking of which, speaking of pickups, George, what is your favorite retro? No, I don't want to use the word retro. We don't like that word here on the
No.
Thrifting 101 podcast. George, what is your favorite thrifting and or otherwise pickup in recent
My
memory?
Just, okay.
Stuff you've picked
I don't know if it has to come with. Sorry. I don't know if it has to do with like thrifting, a thrifting pickup.
Yeah.
But I would have to say, I'm glad that my cousin was able to give me his Super Mario, or I guess his whole SNES collection and Nintendo 64 collection. But regardless, the Super Mario All Stars, I used to play that a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad that I have that. That was like really amazing to have. I really like playing it. I like having all the different Super Mario games on one cart. So I guess that's my favorite pickup. But I'll go ahead and throw in the retro pickup because why not?
Yeah.
I've never seen, or not seen, sorry. I've never seen an Atari, like in person. I just started collecting recently.
You don't see them at like Goodwills or
Yeah, you don't see them anywhere. It's pretty hard to find. But the Atari 2600, I gotta say, as well as the Sega Master System, honestly, like I haven't seen those things in person because I'm such a new collector. But definitely really interesting stuff. Like I like seeing that the old box art and stuff and things I've never seen from the past.
Yeah, some of those old box arts look pretty funny because of how low budget.
The Atari ones are shit though.
Yeah.
They're so
like
bad.
If you've seen the original Mega Man box art.
Oh yeah, dude. He's like
real
a man.
Yeah. He's an actual Mega
he's
Man.
a human.
Human Mega Man.
Yeah, those are weird. The Sega Master System, they're all right. Like they're not bad. I really like the Wonder Boy 3 box art. Those are colorful. They're nice.
I had a Master System for a time, and I had a few of it, and they were kind of like just like the white grid, but pretty basic stuff.
Yep. So, I said what my favorite pickup was. What about you?
In recent memory, it's got to be that PS1 and PS2 cache that I found at a local thrift store. Like all these PS2, all these PS. I'm pretty sure I sent you a picture a while back. Maybe.
I don't know, what was it?
It was like 15. It was like 20 PS1 and PS2 games, and they're all really good PS1 and PS2 games. Like just for example, we got the Devil May Cry collection, Star Ocean on the PS2, Resident Evil 4, The Godfather, Resident Evil Code Veronica, the Ratchet and Clank, Blood Rain, Mortal Kombat, Armageddon, blah blah blah. But on the where this find really shines is on the PS1. Let me tell you the PS1. I found Legend of Dragoon, Parasite Eve, Resident Evil 3, Silent Hill,
Damn.
Oddworld, Nightmare Creatures, all phenomenal, phenomenal games. I got all of these for the low, low price of $6.
What the fuck?
Six
I
dollars.
never. You didn't send me this. This is
I
insane.
could have
Six
sworn
dollars.
I sent you this picture of all
I
these
don't.
things that
I
I
don't think
got
so.
at the local thrift store that I think we've started calling the old lady store.
Oh right. Okay.
I
I
must
haven't been in there yet. I've yet to be
I
in there.
must still have this picture lying around. Let me double check.
But yeah, that's crazy, dude. $6.
$6. Made my money back 3 times. I will not be selling them. I'm a big PS2 and PS1 fan. That's kind of my thing. George here, Mr. Nintendo, and I'm all
Yeah.
about Nintendo. Like I love the SNES. It's one of my favorite consoles. It's just PS2. I grew up with the PS1 and the PS2, and that's just what I'm attached to very much so.
Yeah. Definitely like
And the Game
those
Boy
old.
Advance. The Game Boy Advance. I love the Game Boy Advance. But that's it. That's my favorite thrift find in recent memory. I'm sure there are many others. When I was heavily into game collecting, 2 or 3 years ago, probably I think it was 2 or 3 years ago, I had a huge collection, vast collection. I mean, one of my favorite things I have right now is my Virtual Boy, and that's one of the remaining remnants of this great collection that I had back in the day. Like I had every Nintendo console. I was very happy about that. And then I
Wow.
slowly, for space reasons and for convenience reasons, I had to sell some of them off and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that's the worst problem with big collectors. They just like sell stuff off because they don't have a
Yeah,
lot of space to work with.
right. But
So
I've reduced everything down to just like 3 main consoles for collecting reasons. I have plenty of consoles, like a PS4, Switch, PC, and all that jazz.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Um.
I've moved more to collecting records, since then,
Oh
because
yeah.
I get more satisfaction out of that. Because
Right.
I can use them every day. I listen to the music. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that.
Yeah. All right. So, uh, now that we are sort of making our way
Yeah.
pretty much to the end of the podcast, we were shooting for around an hour, which is which is a pretty good time. But then again, this is our first podcast, so
Yeah.
we're learning the pacing of the podcast, which
Yeah,
is
no, yeah.
fine.
We learn
So,
how fast these conversations go and where they devolve and what they kind of come down to here.
right.
But George, I think up next we have some exceedingly real news here.
Oh, right. Real news. Okay,
Very
so
real news about
so this is our one of
some
our interesting
yeah.
segments that we would probably like to keep towards the end, for entertainment purposes. But yeah, this is our real news segment where we talk
Yeah.
about real
Now,
news.
when I saw this article that you sent me,
Oh,
it really
Jesus.
threw me for a loop. It threw me for a loop hard because
Oh.
I, I can't believe it. I just simply can't believe it.
Oh yeah, I know it's hard to believe. Also, if people want to look at the article that we're talking about, it will be on the YouTube channel. If you guys want to go ahead and check that out. I'm not sure what the channel name is going to be called yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be Thrift Podcast. If you guys want to go check that out.
Yeah.
But yeah, very interesting article here.
Yeah.
Let me actually pull this up so we can
Yeah.
do
It,
we can do a little bit of see
yeah, of
reading.
course. A little play-by-play. Let me tell you. So, in this article, right? In this article, I don't even know how this is possible. 3,000. This is like
That's
this is like when they dug up the ET
oh yeah.
and all.
This is even better
yeah.
though.
3,000 Nintendo World Championship cards.
Like the gold ones.
The gold Nintendo World Championship cards have been uncovered, have been dug up from a man's backyard in where was it? Like Pennsylvania or something like that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Right. Apparently, his property was on the site of a Nintendo promotional housing facility.
Yeah.
3,000. That's quite a few. That's a
Oh, yeah.
lot of cards. Do you think that
Definitely.
that would like inflate the market at all?
Oh, that's already like that's going on right now.
It already
If you
has.
yeah, if you look online around like eBay or anything like that,
I mean, I haven't checked
it's
the price of an NWC cart lately, but
yeah,
what are
but
we
that's not
looking
the
at?
best place to look at the pricing. But they have gone down a lot. I mean, these carts used to be around like 20 to 25,000, and
Yeah,
maybe even more or less. But I
hugely
mean,
expensive.
they're plummeting. I mean, I've seen one as cheap as 900. I mean,
Nine
these are
hundred for an
the
NWC Gold.
yes. It's just like it's sad. It's honestly really sad. That's why most collectors talk about like valuing yeah, I can't even say the word valuing what
Yeah,
you have, because there might be the day where someone comes out of the blue and they have this certain collection with a bunch of these rare games that they never brought up to the public,
yeah,
which ends up deflating the price, or the retail price of what they go for. So it's really important to keep in mind, like, these prices are never static. Like,
that's right. Yeah.
they're going to be
Always
dynamic.
fluctuating.
Always. You never know when someone else has other carts or anything, any other game.
That's right.
Just because people don't talk about it doesn't mean it's not out
It's
there.
funny that you mentioned that. I was at a GameStop the other day. I was looking for a PS4 game, and I noticed that they had some older console games. They had some N64, GameCube stuff in one of their cases, and it was buy two get one free, all pre-owned games, right?
Oh,
So I
that's
thought,
the best.
if they were cheap enough, I'd pick up some of these games. So I was with my buddy, and they had GoldenEye on the N64, and they had Super Mario Sunshine, two games I'd been looking for a while. And
Yep.
then they also had Thousand Year Door, Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. He'd been looking for that, so we both agreed that we'd buy two of the games, and one of us would get one of them for free. And we asked the guy how much they were, and he was like, "Oh, well, the prices are always fluctuating." So he has these price marks on there, right? I think GoldenEye was on there for like $10, and Sunshine was like $20. And he had the prices on there, but he's like, I have to like check the prices again because they're always fluctuating, always changing day to day.
Right.
So I think I got Sunshine for $20, but he had it for 25 because the price always
Oh,
changing, always fluctuating.
right.
It's pretty wild how the whole market works. And now with
Yeah.
3,000 Nintendo World Championship cards,
Oh, yeah. That's
that's
gone.
yeah,
That's
that's gonna
crazy.
be that's pretty crazy.
I mean, most of these collectors are now, uh, you know, all these collectors that are looking for these carts to finish their collection are now finding it a lot easier. I mean, there could be Mega Man games that are more expensive than
Oh,
this.
absolutely. Like this is the realest news I've heard in a long time.
Oh yeah,
This
it's
is
so real.
It's so real. It's rocking my world right now. Sorry if you hear this
It's
noise. I'm
insane.
moving it back. It's absolutely insane
Yeah.
how real this is. But
Yeah. I
yeah,
think. I think that's it. Honestly.
that's a pretty good way to end the podcast on some
Oh yeah.
some
Just
real
insane news.
real news that's so real that it'll rock your world all the way down to the core.
Yep.
Well, we hope you enjoyed the first episode of the Thrifting 101 podcast. We don't know how many people are going to watch this. Don't know if people are going to watch this. But we
Which
hope
is fine.
you do, which is fine. We're going to be here for a while.
Yep.
And we hope you certainly enjoyed this
Yeah.
this
Thank you
this
guys.
edition, this first edition, this
First,
mint
they
complete
said.
in box edition of Thrifting 101.
It's been a good meaty 40 hours. 40 hours. 40 minutes.
40 hours.
Yeah, but hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to check out our Twitter.
Yeah, our Twitter, as a reminder, thrifting at Thrifting101.
No,
Tweet us.
it's at Thrift Podcast.
Well, in the description here, you said it's at Thrifting101.
Oh, my bad. I think that was before I made
Fucking idiot.
that.
Anyway, yeah. Well, apparently it's not at Thrifting101, so disregard the
It's
first time
at
I
Thrift
said
Podcast,
at
sorry.
Thrifting101. It's actually at Thrift Podcast.
At Thrifting 101 was actually taken.
Taken. Well, I'm
So-
gonna contact that guy and actually.
It's a girl.
Oh,
And,
I'm gonna contact that woman and
She
forcibly
just
remove.
talks about flea market pickups.
I'm gonna forcibly remove the pickup, the handle from
She's
her.
active at least.
Oh well, then she can have it.
Yeah, she can have it. Usually, people that aren't active, they give you the handle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but excuse me.
Right.
If you enjoyed, be sure
Thanks
to
for
follow us at
thanks for
Thrift Podcast,
thanks for
as
fucking
well as the
listening.
YouTube at Thrift Podcast. If you're
That's
watching
right.
this on
Please
Apple or Apple Podcast.
subscribe, comment, like, and don't be a bad man. Don't be a bad person.
Yeah,
That's it.
please don't.
Thanks for listening, and hope you all have a good evening, morning, afternoon, weekday, weekend, end of the month, full moon, new moon, half moon, crescent moon, waning crescent, waxing
Oh
crescent,
shit! How do you know all these?
and have a good day.
All right, see you guys.